Why not turn that off? Okay. Good evening, one and all. I am the Frost. Obviously, I am here to entertain you for at least the next hour and a half. For anyone that is interested in some of the stuff that's happening tonight at 3 a.m. or, the new anything hop in Discord, talk to me about it. I'd love to hear what you have to think, or what you think of it. What are we doing here? So we're going to do Birdcage, and we're going to do a bit of Erratas, and one of those will work. Ooh, captains. Oh, I got chased. Epideratis. Let's get that out there. I think I hit Gamma this time. Gamma seems about right. It just takes too long. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's bright. It's too bright. Yes, it's not over. You heard him. And now we just park.
We've got hostiles on the station. They're breaching our systems.
You heard him. Hostiles on the station. Gotta do something about it. Are you sure? I don't think he's really confident in that. But do I really? That was an aggressive way of handling that, I think. My job is so hard. Round and round the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The weasel thought it was all in good fun. Pop goes the weasel. A penny for a spool of thread, a penny for a needle. That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel.
Rifts aren't going to close themselves.
I don't think I should have chosen this one because it's just too tired. There's nothing happening here. There we go. Silly me.
We've got hostiles on the station. They're breaching our system. Rifts aren't going to close themselves.
That's right, they're not. I've got to do something about it. You heard him. I'm not going to close itself.
Need to clear out the ship to Jupiter station. Need to get those rifts under control.
I don't know. It seems kind of under control to me.
Lock down the projectors. Now they're ours for good.
You still here, Grandma? Ugh, I thought our
Ugh.
was annoying. Speaking of annoying, did you like the little back door I put in your station?
Enterprise is back near projector base. Shield vessels are negating your attacks on the Enterprise. Take them
Yep.
out first.
Got it.
Don't even try, enemy.
Sorry, I'm trying. That made me a bad person.
The Enterprise is going for projector Alpha.
They're going for Projector Alpha. Projector Alpha.
Shield vessels are negating your attacks on the Enterprise.
Are they? Are they really?
Take them out first.
Because it doesn't seem to have a problem.
The Enterprise is near projector Gamma. Shield vessels are negating your attacks on the Enterprise. Take them out first.
I'm just saying, it doesn't appear to be
Well
negating
done.
anything.
We said
It's crazy like that, but it doesn't seem to be negating very much at all. Do, 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 do. Disruptor damage. What do I got for disruptors? Anti-proton, that's a disruptor. Plasma. I do have a disruptor. There we go. It's not a very good looking weapon. I'm just saying. The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Hello, GSQ. How are you today? I hope I'm coming through. I think I am. Always awesome to see you. Always awesome to have you awesome people around and spending time with little old me. And would you freaking shoot him already? Doo-doo. I am online if anybody would like to do anything. I mean, I'm more than happy to do just about anything to help you guys get your dailies or anything along those lines. Yeah, I think that's how I prefer it. They're just kind of hanging out. They gotta need their time off as well. I mean, just the way things are. How you doing, Mar Hockman? I am doing pretty darn well there, TSQ. I mean, all things considered, I got some stuff going on that I got to figure out how to deal with, but it's certainly not anything outside of my ability to handle it. Why are you shooting me? That's just rude. Here I am just trying to do my little thing, and you're just so mean. Well, I'm glad you like it. I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit. If I didn't have to do Disruptor, I'd be doing the same thing. It is a very nice toy, and I'm very happy you got the 2 rifles. Although a lot of people are liking the pistol. The pistol has a knockback thing, but I like the rifles a lot more. Yeah, if anybody here wants any of the new weapons, I still have 8 things left from that pack, so please let me know. I'm happy to offer it if you need it. Yeah, this is supposed to be a paradise planet. The new ground weapons that just came in the most recent pack. I have 8 of the packs left, and I am more than happy to offer them. I will show you what they are in a minute. It's not on this character, unfortunately, but it is, on other characters. So give me a minute to finish this. I got to get another 11,000, and I'm happy to do it. I think I gave you some, Mara Hockman. I'm not absolutely positive, but I don't know if these guys can actually kill me or not. I prefer to run on my own. I don't need no stinking help. Orion's Path. What are you shooting me for? That's just rude. Yeah, like I said, as soon as this is over, as soon as I get my 6,000, I will give you more information on that. So I would appreciate some patience, and I will answer that for you. $4,000 left. Just random animals staring at the wall. That's kind of fun. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm only running at level 26, so I mean, it doesn't surprise me that my level's really far down. And plus, I'm using a weapon that I'm not exactly proficient in. This is an electricity build, not exactly known for being conducive to disruptors. Look at the pirate captain. Okay, well, they're gonna kill me. Okay, they're done. And I jump off a cliff. Thud. Beam to Paradise City. Yeah, if it was Kabali, I'd definitely be done. Especially if I didn't have to do... I mean, if I were like this, I mean, I'm doing an average of 1,700 to 2,000 damage every attack, so it'd definitely go a lot faster with the electricity build. Freaking... just the disruptor stuff. So let me switch over to the character that has it, and I will tell you what I'm talking about. Where are they? They're there. Yeah, pretty dramatically so. Okay, so here I am on DS9, and the weapon I'm talking about is this one right here. It's a Federation Phase Rifle, circa 2399. Oh, I'm sorry, I have 9 of them. So they are, you have the option of an assault rifle, 2 assault rifles, and a pistol. Those, I think there may actually be another one in there, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. But if you would like one, I am more than happy to get one over to you. They are one of the better room clearing ones out there. GSQ. I also have a very special, one of the better bridge officers for you. So wherever you are right now, let me know, GSQ. I'm gonna probably at ESD. So I'll help easier if you guys are around. But going to there is a new bridge officers you can get. They're all elite bridge officers. Some of the better bridge officers out there that are actually, in my opinion, better than the Romulan ones. So it's definitely worth the effort to look at it. Yeah, I've got several watchers. They're all, I think the ones I have are all female, but I've got several of them. And I'm happy to give them away as well. I should probably keep some of them myself. I haven't done it yet, but it's Darkthorn. Yeah, well, I mean, with the 3-3 and what have you, it is a little bit better.
Yeah, it's Darkthorn.
Yeah, it is. I couldn't see because it was a really dark blue, and I was trying to help. Sorry, I'll never do it again. Don't
right.
beat me, Daddy. I mean, sorry, that came out wrong.
Yeah, that really did.
I'm in a very strange mood today. Okay, so here I am in ESD. I am hoping to give at least one of these things out today. This is actually still from my original on New Year's. I opened this pack and still haven't given away everything. So I've got a female engineer, 2 male engineers, 2 male tactical, and 2 randoms that I haven't assigned yet, but these are definitely worth the effort to get them at any rate in any uh, thing that you're trying to accomplish. Again, Mar Hawkman, if you would like one of the new ground weapons, let me know. I have given most people one or more of them, and they are actually pretty good-looking rifles. And they're phenomenal for targeting multiple things at the same time. In fact, if you pair it with this device right here, the Covert Assault Drone, it makes your weapon at least 1.5 times more effective. So it's a very good thing to have, especially with that attached to it.
Yeah, if you have an auto-fire weapon like the colony guns, those covert assault drones are nasty.
And with the bolt sweep setting is what I was talking about, though. It's got some of the highest DPS I've ever seen on any weapon, without the advantages that come with actually being in the field and what have you. But it is the phaser rifle, circa 2399. It is the one that came out in the Picard box. Again, I opened them. I opened up 100 boxes on New Year's, and this is the leftover from that. I am happy to continue giving them out because you guys are worth the effort and what have you. But yeah, the actual name of the weapon is the Federation Phaser Rifle Circa 2399, and as far as just flat out damage, that bolt sweep setting is so incredibly powerful. And you have, like I said, if you pair that with the Covert Assault Drone, it makes you that much more lethal. But if GSQ would get her butt in here, I can give her something.
How's that happening? It's like she doesn't like us.
That's what I'm saying. Do 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 do. Verquanen. That's a strange name. Do 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 do
He's
do.
one of the people who's been admiral longer than Mom.
Yeah. All the power to him. It's like somebody deleted my face. It's just a black hole. So how the heck are you, DT?
I've been doing all right.
You get anything useful done today?
A little bit of cleaning, move some stuff around.
Oh, there you go. That doesn't suck.
Yeah.
I gotta decide what I'm gonna do with my office. I got to redesign it. I'm too lazy to figure out where I want to go, really. But I've got some serious stuff to move around. I'm gonna build myself a desk from scratch. Not because I can't get another desk, but because I want to build one from scratch. I want to keep my hands busy. That's a big bed. So she's just hiding out, just keeping away from the limelight. She's too cool to be seen with the likes of us. See exactly how that is. Well, look through your inventory. It's either a pistol, 2 rifles, or a single rifle. And if you don't have any of those, then you are, of course, welcome to hang out. And I'm happy to give you whatever. Okay, now, the question, Miss Celestia, is do you want a girl or a guy bridge officer? Or you could just say you want tactical or engineering or science, because I have those as well. But I'm not going to just start handing you things. They're definitely something that you want to put in your bridge officers. You don't necessarily have to use them or anything like that, but just having them in the equipped, at least as far as your bridge officer are concerned, gives you the benefit. Science! She blinded me with science. Oh, let's hope this one is a science one then. That's another engineering. And that's another engineering. So I have 4 engineering. So you're going to get an engineering or a tactical. Engineering or tactical, because that's all I have right now. I'll have to get more later. Engineering or tactical.
You don't get science.
Yeah, I tried to get science, but it wouldn't let me do it. Engineering. I have 4 guys and 1 girl for engineer. Just so many questions. There's a secret though, because when you get them, they do something else entirely if you run around with them. So you got to go back to Nimbus and you get the.
Yeah, put them on your away team, run around on Nimbus.
Yep, I think you'll like what happens. There you go. All the other ones I have are men, but I mean that doesn't bother me. You got to accept the trade, crazy person. And there you go. You got it.
Take the trade. Take the trade. Take it.
Again, I got 3 tactical and 4 engineers, which I should probably use myself, but I'm not that clever or anything. Malato Kasumu. Kasumu? Kasumu? I don't know how to say that. So you have the weapon. Rawr. Definitely injured. So that one's covered. You should have had another one of those. It might be helpful to have more than one to see what they do when you actually have them equipped. I don't know if I have any, actually. Yeah, Tartar is one of them. And for anybody that's looking, they have 3 crit, 3 critical severity, and Starship Defense and Maneuvering. They have superior luck, so it's 4.5 critical chance.
Superior luck, those are ground trait, doesn't have
Yeah.
space.
And just they're better for ground than they are for space, in my opinion.
Space are not bad. I mean, the +3 crit chance is better than the SRO crit chance. The SROs do make up for it in severity.
Well, I mean, it's got the Watcher Companion, so that gives you another 4.5% chance once it comes out of the conceal form. So for a certain period of time, it's just a stupid amount of bonuses.
Yeah.
They're really good to have. The Neuralizer emote. Oh, that'd be cool if we had it. So the universal today is, of course, Mine to Lithium at the asteroid field. I was going to go to the fleet and see if I can get the bonuses going. No, it's still there. That's weird. 50 and Well, let's get rid of all these colonists that I don't want. What's with all the colonists? I'm not a...
Apparently, you are now a transport.
Evidently. For anyone that is curious on how this part works, you can now substitute officers for dilithium, and that covers that as well. Do-do-do-do-do-loo. That's a lot of officers to contribute. Well, if you have anything that you would like to accomplish, Jason, or anybody else, I am more than happy to assist with that. This is my combat character, or my tactical character, but I can always hop onto something else so that's easier for people.
Yeah, go to destroy 5 unmanned ships. I got destroyed 20 Tholians.
Ooh, Tholians. Well, I can't really help you with Tholians right now, but sure. You tried hunting Terrans twice and got 0. You think Birdcage is broken? I haven't really looked. I've been kind of busy with work, so I haven't really had a chance to really check it out.
Birdcage are prison guards. Operation Wolfwatch kill Terrans.
Yeah, Operation Wolf would definitely be the way you want to go. So I can start if somebody wants to put some X's in chat for invites and stuff, I'll get a wolf going, an Operation Wolf. I need a certain someone to put an X in chat so I can invite, or I can just do it this way. The categories is tactical guards, not Terrans. Well, that is interesting.
Well, they are prison guards, basically.
We got room for one more for anybody else that is interested in going. It does not appear that anybody else is necessarily in here. Can I? No, it's just normal. I got a wee woo. Anybody else? Awesome. So you're not going to say anything about mine, but all this extra work into mine, and nobody even says a word about it. I'm like a snake insect thing.
I don't like it. Looks like you're ready to go jump on somebody with your ready to go suit and helmet to go bite their ankles off.
I'm not biting their ankles. I'm a little taller than that. I mean, yeah, I'm short, but there's a reason I'm short.
Mm-hmm.
What weapon are those?
Those are the 7 dual Tetron rifles from
Guessing you gotta do Tetran damage in?
No, I just want to use dual rifles today.
I like the glowing eyes, is why I decided on this uniform.
But it's, I believe, measure morality for 2? No, it's part 1.
Mm-hmm.
I did Tetron damage in space, which means I got to go look at There's Tetron weapons. And you know, these are the rifles from Measure Morality, so.
Everyone's here? Good. A team, one team.
My boards are as big as I am. Githrook.
Dribbles.
All these people.
Operations is locked down. Use the exocomps to get the doors open. Get to the consoles down in the security hub. Deploy exocomps to the console. Once all three are set, they'll start cracking the security system. Oh boy, this is going to be great. This system won't even know what's in it. I'll cut through the security like a hot knife through soft butter. All right, the exocomps have started their hack. Keep them in one piece.
Attention, terrorists. Your efforts here are doomed to fail. Die well.
Heads up! They're using site-to-site transfers to keep troops in.
Are they? Maybe they should use them to like run away or something.
Where's Donnie?
System hack is 25%.
Why is everybody over here?
Perhaps my orders weren't clear.
I set the exocomp up. That's no reason to do it.
System hack is 50%. Keep those exocomps working.
Bring me their heads, or you'll all spend your final moments in an agonizer booth.
Oh no, it's so hard to be them. Well, it does suck a lot to be them.
Almost there. System hack is 75%. Watch your exocomps. Taking fire over here. Now.
Better kill these terrorists. Get their own ships to command.
Whatever will we do? The guy Githrick is just standing there. Not doing anything at all. Typical Gorn.
That's it. Security system
Well, his thing says Society for Gorn.
Security team, report to operation. Not let anyone inside.
That door control should allow you to open the blast door.
Will
now.
it? Will it really?
Yeah, he's an Austin. He's not good. He's a perfect.
Deploy exocomps at the database before the Terrans delete all the files.
Lisa, I don't have time.
Admiral Quinn's having a bad day.
I know. But at least he's one or two
Transporter room.
runs.
Emergency
No one respects him.
Oh boy, here we go again. Okay, here we go. Keep those exocomps intact. Get what we came here for.
I knocked him off the map.
You won't get rid of me that.
But I can get rid of you somehow, though?
All technicians, report to ops. Delete the database before they steal it from us. Transporter room. Emergency transport.
That's a bad way to go.
Data acquisition at 25%. Keep it up.
Surprise.
Who are you surprising? You Jake your Ovaltine? Is that what we're surprising here? You're not exactly.
You really must think highly of yourself. You thought you had.
What's that?
He took his X-Lax. He took his X-Lax, so I was really surprised. Oh, the cool life environment. He wore his brown pants today.
He's wearing his brown pants today. Make sure he's got clean underwear.
You are swiftly becoming annoyed.
Annoying? Is that what we are? Gotta try harder.
Now.
Now, Yogi. Come on, party's just started, man.
Data acquisition at 50%. Watch out for trouble.
Where are you going? Party's down here, buddy.
You are swiftly becoming annoyed.
Party for you.
Computer, initiate
I'm
transport.
not going to bed.
I'm starting to think that the Terran Admiral Kane doesn't know basic words. Or
Data acquisition at 75%. You're almost there.
It's cool.
Shoot to kill, you idiot. Not today, cretin.
not today, cretins. First of all, it's cretin. If you're gonna insult me, do it properly.
Second of all, been through this before. It will be today.
It does not work out in your favor.
I've seen the future.
You are swiftly becoming annoyed.
I'm shooting you.
Not today.
It's Quinn.
That's cool.
Data acquisition complete. Well done. Now get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I want to shoot Queen. Mostly because you can't go on to a shoot.
Rise. Win the Tiger. Get me out of here.
I'm just not thinking how, like, your big scary thing is to get in a runabout. That's not what I'd call intimidating.
Yeah, it's not like you can bring a starship into a shuttle bay. That'd be a perfect.
But I mean, you could do like a Maquis Raider or something. That'd fit. And if you gotta like cut holes in it.
Would really depend. Actually, Maki Rose is not that small.
It's not a small ship, but I mean, you could tear the doors off it.
You could blow a hole in it, but I guess no longer this precious space.
New plan. Don't die while I come up with a better one.
This is Quinn. Speed in the truth.
Beats with his phaser, really move, take very low damage.
You're actually doing it!
Of course, he's only a runabout. What do you expect?
You're really quiet. I can't hear you.
He's in a runabout. What do you expect? It's not like he's running a freaking Odyssey.
Still sounds like mumbling. I gotta turn your volume up in a second.
Let's turn the.
There we go. Yours sounds
That should
so much
help.
better now. Holy cow, I can hear you.
So long, Quinn. I'm envious. I've wanted to pop that clump of gas bag for years now. Well done.
Whatever will we do? I already did this. Leave
now-
the map now.
And now we dance.
And now we dance. We must dance. This is the language of my people.
We dance the dance of the. We dance the ancient dance of disco.
Performs the hecte. Hecte. Oh. I was planning on staying up for like the entire night and going to do the Picard thing. I just found out that I have to be at the VA tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. So I'm not going to be able to do that. And I'm sad about it. I'm, in fact, very sad about it. It's terrible. Do. I don't have any of the cool ones.
Well, the anniversary is going on. As long as if you do the daily still from Q, you got a chance to get a bunch of them.
I have them on Kissy. I just don't have them in this character. So if anybody would like to do, anything else, I'm more than happy to.
See something here. So, what do you think of the Terran pack coming out tomorrow?
The Terran pack. I've actually thought about that a little bit. I looked at it, and I don't know. There was nothing that really jumped out at me.
And the fact that they threw the sticks in there, which was a ship I was thinking about using event reward for.
It feels like. I mean, I'll probably get them because there's the legendaries and everything, but
They're not even legendaries; they're Terran ships.
it seems like they could have done so much better, and they didn't really try very hard.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
That's why they threw the Styx Dreadnought in there, which is probably one of the better platforms for tanking, torp builds, beam builds.
Yeah.
But if they threw in something nicer like say, if they had thrown in the Terran warship,
Mm-hmm.
that would have been so much nicer.
I agree.
Okay. I have a ship that runs Tetrion weapons. Let's see if I have any floating around. Actually, I do have one. I don't have to like flying all that often.
You spend so much time, you just have an intimate knowledge of it. $200 of paid. Wow, that's a lot. That's an awful lot of paid time off. That is an awful lot of grumpy what? So question: I have to clean out my duty officers. Which ones are worth keeping? The ones that you want to keep more than any of the others. Well, there's 4 sets of duty officers that I think are worth keeping. There's the named ones. There's the ones you get from like specific missions, and
The Borg ones are usually worth it.
the Borg ones are, yeah. There's a particular Borg one that the torpedo build uses that is going for like over 1 billion EC right now.
Let me see. Would it be?
But generally, you just stick with the very rare ones, and they'll do all.
47 and 47.
I don't know which one it is. I'm not looking at it, but probably.
Crit chance, crit severity.
Yeah.
Very, very nice to have. Very nice to have.
I don't think it's worth 1 billion EC, but I mean, it's a nice thing to have.
The downside of the Borg officers is, fortunately, they are very hard to get. You don't get to choose what officers you get out of the freaking universal packs. And it's always just a chance to get them anyway, so...
I wanted to amend that GSQ. I don't know what kind of build you're using, but there are specific sets that you want for whatever you're trying to accomplish. Like on my, the duty officers do specific things for your group, but if you are doing a pet build, you can actually reduce the time between launching your pets, and that's usually very effective. If you're doing torpedo build, then there's different things torpedoes can do. If you are
also the recharge officers for sure on torp builds.
Yeah, and that plays a huge role. There's things for mines. There's things for beam overload and that kind of a thing. So there are definitely a lot of good reasons to have duty officers.
There's an officer you want to pick up if you're doing a tank, so...
Yeah. It's just some of them are, like, you can't double up on a particular officer, so, I mean, they're kind of something you have to pay attention to. But again, I don't know what your build is, so I don't know how to give you any of that information. I'm going to go kill some Zenkachi ships unless there's something that anybody else would like to do.
Kill some Undine ships. And feed the dog. Be right back.
Feeding dogs. I got a new pen yesterday. Or, sorry, 2 days ago. This is, looks like a normal pen, but I can write in space with this one. Why I have a pen I can write in space with, I don't know, but it's the gimmick of it. That's all that matters. And here we go.
Welcome, Doc.
Oh, shut up. No one wants to talk to you. Ooh. It's a battleship. Yeah, ISS redacted. That's not a very original name. Then Catherine will return in 30 seconds. Yeah, that'd really help Morocco. I'd appreciate it if you'd do that. The tack track. I saw a tack track thing. Where is it? I don't see it. Do.
Defeat St. Cathy ships to prepare for Allied operations.
I broke the little ship. It's like a little manta ray hunting. I broke the little boat.
Oh, so nice. How'd you break it?
Because, I mean, I'm a bad person.
Yes, clearly.
Ooh, it's a whole bunch of ground traits. I wish I could choose different ones. But them's the breaks. Whatever will I do? That was so immeasurably hard. I don't know how I got through it. No, I gotta go do the thing in the stuff.
Something dark side, something complete.
Yes. I do not watch The Masked Singer or Nobi, and I can't hear me in here, so. I don't understand why anybody watches The Masked Singer. It just seems kind of silly. But I'm not one to judge. I like silly things too. It's 8:30. Do you know where your children are? Tomorrow's not going to be a fun day. I can already tell. I'm telling you, the freaking VA is trying to turn me into a morning person. It's not fair.
Yeah, and all they need to do is just ask, and they need to volunteer for it.
Hey, that's hardly topical right now. I mean, there's shut up. it, no, actually, I got a thing today that I might be getting paid to do the same thing with far less work. So that could actually be a fairly good thing fairly soon here. Let's open this up a little more. What's the WHTF? I don't think I've never heard of that before. Exit airlock. Well, hey, I mean that's kind of cool. You found an unnatural way to like warp yourself somewhere. Boing, boing, boing. Do I just have to mine anything, or is there like a daily thing I gotta do? Because I don't spend a lot of time here.
You got to pick up the mission.
Boing, 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 boing.
You gotta go talk to the Ferengi, pick up the mission,
Boing,
and go mine.
boing, boing.
Otherwise, you just run around the asteroid.
I never do that.
Yeah, you do.
I have never done that ever.
What were you doing right there?
Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Boing, boing, boing. Hi there. You have a claim to turn in. Okay. I don't. Boing, boing. Mine rocks. Not very good at this. Not nearly as good as Mom and them are.
One must remember, Mom spends way too much time doing this some days.
Yeah, I think so. What can I say, Marhawkman? It doesn't want you to get into lithium today. Collect ore. 5,000. Woohoo! Boing, boing. Man, this one's a little bit more feisty than the other one is. This is so entranced. I have to beat 730. I'm not going to do it this way. No! That's not a titanium? Return to airlock. Now I gotta go to... I gotta do 5 things? I don't do this very often. Clearly that's just obvious, isn't it? Boing, boing, boing. Geronimo! Oh. Okay. Eh. I don't know what the heck happened there, but... Okay. Silly game. Oh, no, I messed that up. $775, I think, is the new record. Woohoo! Bang, bang. It's just so much music going on. It's so loud. Boing, boing. Mine rocks. Evidently I'm not mining, but mining at the same time. I'm just idly standing there. $430. Ah. $8.15. Woohoo! You got your compiler. Congratulations, dude. That is awesome to hear. I hope you do awesome things with it. Oh, wow, that shouldn't have taken any falling damage. That's silly. Eh. How do I get up? Boing. I managed to get out of the hole. Mining the rocks, mining the rocks. So on the compiler thing, the frost. Oh, it does. Well, that's useful information. Those are just incredibly useful boots, aren't they? That is useful. Thank you, Markman. Last one, if I can actually do it. Oop-a-doo-doo-doo. Mine rocks. I don't have to mine it. I just get it. Okay. Well, that didn't hurt too much. I got through something I never ever have to pay attention to. Oh, you can run normal and with the frosted boots on. Nice. Whoa. I still can't stop. Okay, now I go back to the airlock. Turn that in. Thanks. I did it. I did the dude it. Okay, I think seem to have survived that. What is going on with that? Why is my screen not playing nice today? Ugh. There we go. So, is there anything I can do to help anybody else out? Osiris, did you need someone to help you level your ship? Because, I mean, that's something we can do. Or if there's anything I can do to help anybody else out in what have you, I am more than happy to do that. But I'm switching to my other character to move around. I am going to be starting another Klingon character when the new thing starts. It hasn't happened yet, but that's not exactly the reason I can't put more energy into preparing for it. So, anybody has any things that that you might want to try out in one way or another? I mean, I'd love to get your thoughts on it. I don't know why I created some of these characters. What am I doing?
Oh no.
I'm just... What? I knew I did it right. What the heck? Binary stars, huh? Well, I mean, I'm happy to do that with you if you want to throw an X or anybody else want to do it. I'm more than happy to check it out. Rescue the Nimbosian hostages.
Why?
Because they're Zimbosian hostages.
All they're going to do is get captured again.
Well, that's not the point. That's hardly operative information.
If all they're going to do is keep getting captured, then it just seems like they never learn. If they never learn, then...
That's true. I agree with you 100%. It's Space Wizard. I have a Space Wizard character. In fact, I'm on my Space Wizard character. Well, one of them. So yeah, throw an X in, or come into the game and throw an X in there, and I'm happy to involve you. You guys stay here. I'm gonna go back out here. No, I said stay there. Go in here. Have a drink. I don't need your help. They're following me like little puppies. That's just... They're following me like little puppies. It's cute until it isn't. Luck is amazing. Why are you buying... Anybody else want to do a Battle of Binary Stars with us?
Sure.
Throw an X there, and we'll do it. Anybody else? We got a spot for two more. Going once. Going twice. And there we go. We are in the queue. See if anybody else is actually planning on doing this. Well, there we go. Actually went rather quickly. Okay. That's this Erebeth person is gonna be dying. That does not look like breathable cloth. And here we go. Breathing is irrelevant. If I didn't have to do it to remain alive, I would not do it. because it seems kind of pointless.
Thank you for coming.
What the heck? Darn it, you game. It's a carrier, and I can't use my ships.
We can't do anything until it starts.
Lissad.
Then you'll be able to use your ships.
Lissad.
I know.
I am the sad.
And prove to you that now, as always, we come in peace.
You do? Are you sure about that?
Help! Evasive maneuver 7 Alpha.
Oops, I moved circumference.
I can't say anything!
Get this Johnny Grabber just kind of pulling everything to the spot.
It's
Now
okay.
I can now just park next to and just shoot anything that gets to the range.
This is challenging.
Under heavy fire. Sentinel is moving into intercept.
I was so sorry for these guys. Almost.
There's some over here that somehow keep escaping the grab well. It's just
Jesus. The dreadnought's getting eaten too.
think we broke their ships.
Clerk, you're disabled. There was the escape pod. Recover the survivors. Klingons dispatched Lieutenant Tyler's escape pod. He's been captured.
This is a good place to go if you want to get some ship experience, I guess. There's a crap load of ships here.
I don't know how much experience it really gives you compared to this.
Attention, Klingon leader. Admiral, I am pleased you are here. Your offer of a ceasefire is accepted. Good. Because we're fighting, we're not talking.
Let's crash into him.
For the shield, my envoy.
Crunch.
You keep on using the word. I do not think that means what you think it means.
That was mean of them.
Yeah.
That was not nice. Why can't we all just get along? I don't think the Klingons really stood a chance. That is the worst line ever.
witnesses of Klingon supremacy. To be my herald. We do not desire to know you, but you will know our great house, standing as one under daily, reborn in me. DarkMom.
I think we've seen enough for now.
You hope the
Let's see,
data
yeah.
helps. Of course.
Got all the escape pods.
We got
Oh,
everything.
Yeah. Didn't get all the ships because they ran away. They won.
We won. There's like 1% of our fleet
we
left.
Blew up 5 of our ships blew up 60 viewers in like under 2 minutes.
That's what we call
you
it.
won.
That's what we call it. The very best Pyrrhic victory.
Yeah.
You may have walked away, but it's not really a win.
Yeah, it's not really a win for you, man.
Yeah, when you use the electricity ability that it has, it's much faster, about 40% faster, so you can get a lot more utility out of it that way. And if you have improved photonic officer, you can cut that cooldown actually a lot pretty quickly.
I gotta build a size ship later.
But yeah, you can get actually quite a bit done that way. Plus, you can always put you can artificially enhance it and make it pretty maneuverable. But you're right. The biggest problem I have with the ship is that you can't really bank it. It just kind of turns like it's on it's attached to a table or something. It doesn't really seem like a normal ship would bank.
Ship bank in space.
Yeah, I mean, space shuttles do, so there's no reason to presume that it wouldn't otherwise. I mean, the whole thing kind of turns with it. Well, it's always awesome to help you out, Osiris. I mean, if there's anything we can do to like further whatever you're trying to do, and DT, if you want your next science tune like leveled up or whatever, I'm happy to help with that opportunity there.
Things leveled up. I just got to kind of put the ship together, probably spec in.
I hear you. I am contemplating starting a free account, just so I can, see it from that perspective again. But I gotta say that as a space wizard, the little ability that you get when it hits level 5 is really useful. Because you're destroying so many ships at the same time, they all turn into static charges, and they kill everybody else around them. It's a lot of fun to watch. But your pets don't do it, which is the most disappointing part. Because I figured if your pet did the damage, it should be able to do it too, because they're your pets, and it doesn't work that way. So that's the only real thing I have a problem with.
Just like when I started simulating Terrans, I feel like my drone should be able to assimilate people.
That's right. They should be able to. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, my lords and ladies, my awesome people, I do actually have to be up at 6:30 in the morning tomorrow, which is definitely not my normal time frame. I know that Mom is going to try to be on at 2 a.m. her time, so midnight DT's time and 3 my time. I will not be there.
1 a.m. my time. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, at any rate, they'll be in the Discord. They're gonna be watching Picard premiere tonight. Check it out. I would love to be there, but obviously there are things going on that prevent me from doing that. So I'm a little disappointed by that. But at any rate, it is always awesome hanging out with you people. You're off now till Tuesday. Congrats, man. That's fantastic. Everybody needs a little more time to themselves. But yeah, I will not be there tonight. But again, Mom and DT will most likely be there, and I'm sure they would love to have you join them. DT, if you want to take over the stream, that's fine. If you don't, of course, that's fine as well. We will find somebody to raid, and we'll go from there.
Raid somebody.
Actually, it wasn't in Twitch at all, so I don't know who's online.
There are
Taking a look here. We got a few people on tonight.
Oh. There we go. Let's see who we got. I've got.
we change.
About it, you know. But I was like, how is everybody walking? I did not know it.
Cora Landwalker is
She
the one that I
thank you,
have
dear.
right now.
You always take care of me. Thank you, dear.
Hello.
There we go. Survival.
And medic.
Doing it.
So we got Chorus or Medic.
I hope you're getting new followers every time anyone asks me. No, oh, I tell them because Maltater and her.
I will hit Chorus Landwalker.
Jenga, you are a sweetie. Thank you. You can also hold down C. Oh, you can. Thank you. Okay, I did not know that. Okay, hold down C and walk. There you go. Thank you, Pody Chap. Thank you. I did not know that. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, Bendy Jenga. You are so sweet. Thank you for that kindness. That is so sweet. That you would tell people, oh my good Bendy Jenga, you would not believe this. I don't know how in the world it happened. I don't know what happened. But
There we
I
go.
slowly but surely over the last
On behalf of the DarkMom Consortium and Darkthorn and Mom and myself, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you as soon as that actually goes through. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.
Hold up. Isn't that amazing? 4998. We are 2 away. Now I know to not put all my in that sweet.
Talk possibilities here. Hey, a raid from the DarkMom Consortium. How are you doing today, everyone? Hope things have gone well with you and your stream today.
Yeah.
Beer Candle, hi, how are you? Things are going well? For those who are unfamiliar, I am Cora Landwalker. I do weekly Star Trek Online streams on Wednesday evenings, and we are following the adventures of recently promoted Lieutenant Commander Henry